Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 32 of the Access to Combat podcast. I'm one half of your host, Hugo the Boss. Hugo got next. Hugo still not ready to let go of summer. Hugo back in that tank top, you already know. With my co-host.
It's your boy Ray Boogie, Big Boogie, Boogie Kahuna, BK from the BX. Holla at your boy. What's going on, my brother?
All good, and everything's good except for our bets for the last 2 weeks. Well, you had better nights than me. I had a little rough, but before we even get into recapping any of that, you guys already know the deal. Like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Everybody enjoying the visuals right now. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay up to date.
And for all of our audio listeners, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast, you already know. And I guess we'll jump right into recapping some of these fights. Not a good night for me, guys. I apologize. I was down 5 units, which is rough. My second worst night of the year. Just to cap it off, I had Argueta money line. Terrible. Like, not even terrible, just a dogfight, but Rodriguez by decision. Who ended up killing Michelle Waterson. Poor Michelle. I had a parlay for Vidal, Inoue, Rodriguez. Got blown up by Vidal. Another parlay. Dumb of me to put Vidal in 2 spots. Vidal, Rodriguez, Waterson, Gomez over 2.5. Mitchell, Ige over 2.5. The first 2 got blown up. I had Argueta money line, Rodriguez, Waterson, Gomez over 2.5, and then Mitchell, Ige over 2.5. Those 2 legs got blown up, the first 2. I had Malkoun via second round knockout and Malkoun via third round knockout. And those killed me because those were going to hit. But our boy, what's his name? Cody Bumdage. This fucker looked for the dead. He looked for the door.
When you give him the door, my man will take it.
La Puerta. They should be Cody La Puerta, I said. Looking for the fucking door. And then we had actually a quarter unit on Fabian Edwards money line. He was plus 455. That didn't hit, but we loved it because he was pulling some work on Johnny Eblen before Johnny Eblen stopped him. Impressive performance by Johnny Eblen. We just both felt like the line wasn't justified for a plus 500 with this guy.
Yeah, it was a little insane. And, he was having his way in that fight until I think he ended up getting cut. And they were like, yo, bro, we're going to stop this fight. You don't put some pedal to the metal. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, Evan put mids on him. Good on him.
Yeah.
He fought with urgency with that cut because it was a bad gash.
They could have stopped it, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, even though if they would have stopped it, I mean, he still keeps the belt, right?
Yeah.
So, but he probably want to go out on an old pitch.
No, actually, no. It would have been a TKO because he hit him with the elbow.
That's right, because it was legal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And to cap off my last 2 bets, I had 2.1 units on Mitchell via decision. And I had a unit on Means to stop Fialho. Bam. So overall, terrible night for MMA for me. I had another bet that night on Zhang to, via money line minus 120 over Zhang-Joyce.
Payday.
That kind of helped me absorb some of the losses I had from the UFC. And I'll kick it over to my brother so he can recap his bets. And then we're going to recap Canelo from last weekend because we're doing 2 weeks of work here, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, I'm not going to lie. I forgot about these fights already, man. I put these joints in the rear view. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a good night.
I wanted to forget about it, not recap it, but you wanted to.
No, I forgot about them.
I should have just said, let's skip this part. Shitty.
Listen, I'll start with the Vegas straights. Usman money line, hit that. Malkoun inside the distance, didn't hit that. That should have been a hitter.
Cody Bumdage.
Means money line, hit that. Ramos money line, decent shot, missed that. 2 parlays we got here. I got one with Vidal and Mizuki money line. God damn it, Vidal. God damn it. Then another parlay we got here, Argueta and Mitchell money line. Didn't hit that. It was a clappage, boy. 2 long shots I took. Waterson, Gomez. Decision. Smoked. And Mitchell's sub.
Good try there.
Decent. It was plus 500. I had to take the
absolutely.
Take the little shot.
He had his back.
Just like my brother, Bellator took the Fabian Edwards money line, quarter unit. Actually, I put a fifth of unit on that one. Still, hit it again.
Good shot. Those are good dog shot.
Yeah, it was,
At that value, you got to play Fabian. He's not that bad, bro.
And going to the boxing, unit and a half on Zhang money line.
Payday, payday. You want payday?
Only thing I regret was not putting more.
Yeah, we talked about this. I was like, dude, and I said, dude, Joe-Joyce put on like 40 pounds. I'm like, dude, he's gonna get knocked the fuck out because he's already a slow fighter, and Zhang's quicker than him at 40 years old.
My man shut him down.
Yeah, he got his cheeks clapped. That was a bad fucking knockout.
They would have been packing them
He
up.
got folded, boy. He packed them up like summer, boy. He said, get out of here. Fall's coming.
Super necessary.
But now on to move on to the Canelo Alvarez versus Canelo-Charlo card. I had a parlay for Garcia and Ramos via TKO. Garcia hit, Ramos did not. Got robbed in that fight too. Well, I wouldn't call it a robbery.
No, you had it right. You had it right. No, that's the real feelings coming out.
He won 5 rounds.
Nah, man.
He won 5 rounds, like cleanly. You can't argue another round for him.
Ramos won 7.
He won 7. I thought he had 7.
He won the fight.
Garcia did what he had to do. Great fights, by the way. All of these fights were fantastic. I had a bet on Barrios over Udenis Ugas. That cashed.
That was by decision, right?
Yep. And then we took small shots at the value of Canelo Alvarez, round 7 through 12 at plus 420. Canelo Alvarez from between 9 through 12 at plus 700. Canelo round 10, 11, and 12 at plus 2,500, plus 3,000, and plus 4,000. Damn. Get clapped. But didn't lose a lot of money. I finished about, what is that, 0.05 down?
Yeah.
We biggest regret of that night, we should have, hedged and put Canelo by unanimous decision because we thought that was a strong possibility it could happen. We just didn't like the line because it was like plus 110.
Yeah. And listen, and the way Canelo was talking about like whatever line, I'm a lion killer or whatever the hell he was saying. What he said? I forgot.
Whatever animal that kills a lion, I'm that animal.
But when you're talking like that, boy, I had to bet the KO.
You want the real? And listen, if Jermell actually was trying to win, he would have stopped him. He got dropped the first time and he just said, all right, I'm going to pack it in. So overall, for the last 2 weeks, not the best results, but definitely much better betting decisions on the Canelo Alvarez fight. The only issue is we didn't bet the hedge, but it's all gravy, baby. So on to the next one. And before we even move on to the next one, let's let my brother recap it because we have very similar bets that night. Did we actually?
No. Everything was pretty much identical except for the long shots.
Yes.
So the long shots, I decided to just take the 9 through 12, and I just put a little bit on 10 and 11 individually.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
but, pretty much identical bets.
Great.
We were thinking the same way. So
yeah, great bets, man. I'll be like, I know we didn't win, but the thing is, the value was there. We only lost like 1/10 of a unit on some of these bets.
I actually finished positive. So
yeah, which is crazy.
0.25. That's a win, baby.
That's a win.
I take that.
So
we take those.
We just know, and then you hit point. If you put 0.1 on a plus $4,000 bet, 1/10 of a unit, you win. You win what? 2 units? No, it's
something. I can't do math right now, but
yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy value.
A decent amount.
And the way he was touching him, I was like, we thought he was going to stop him. But listen, that's neither here nor there. There's no excuses. It is what it is. We will bet better next time. But on to Vegas 80. And I'll give it to my brother to kick it off.
All right. We got UFC Vegas 80 back in the Apex after 2 weeks. Main event. Dawson Grant Dawson. That's bars. I messed his name up. Going one-on-one with Bobby Green. I don't know if this is like a spectacular main event. It's kind of a weird main event, but we'll get into it.
Yeah.
We'll get into it. Canceled fights. We got Chris Gutierrez and Montel Jackson. That one just fell through literally like a
couple of hours ago.
Yeah. Daniel Pineda, Ashkabov.
Great fight.
That one fell off because Ashkabov got arrested for being a hoodlum.
Oh yeah, he got caught. He got arrested. Him and his brother got arrested for torturing someone, ladies and gentlemen.
Home invasion, man.
And torturing the dude. How insane is that?
My man.
Dude.
Bro, how bad do you need the money, bro?
Open the safe. Open the safe.
Give me all your money. wonder if he busted in with an accent and everything just to disguise himself completely.
Holy
he still got caught like a
shit.
dumbass, but. And Edgar was supposed to be originally on this card fighting
De La Rosa.
She fell out, so.
And that's a good segue because our first fight
on the card, we got Montana De La Rosa going 1-on-1 with JJ Aldrich. Montana, 12-8-1. Fighting out of Arlington, Texas, 28 years old, going 1-on-1 with JJ Aldrich. 12-6. Denver, Colorado, 31 years old. This fight, I think she's a decent substitute. I think Edgar probably would have beat De La Rosa. Gut feeling, I didn't do any tape on it. But I think this is a better fight for De La Rosa. I think this is a winnable fight for De La Rosa. Things I like about Aldrich, she's definitely the better boxer. She's the better striker. Underrated wrestling. Because she will go to the grappling and the wrestling, but it's more to like kind of just like mix things up. I think she'd just rather keep it on the feet. De La Rosa, we know what her bread and butter is lying at. She wants this on the ground where she can set up her subs or her ground and pound. I think she's the bigger girl. Well,
she is.
She is the bigger girl. She's going to be the stronger girl, in my opinion. I think her wrestling is better. And I think she has what it takes to edge this one out on Aldrich, to be honest.
I agree.
Yeah, Aldrich is going to be the side for me.
Aldrich?
I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm smoking. Montana, De La Rosa's the side.
The Joyce pack.
And I'm Joyce smoking me, boy.
Hey, yo.
Hey. And this is probably going to be my first official bet. I'm going to probably take this bet because the money line I think is nice and low. Missed the opener. I mean, listen, we took a whole 2 weeks off. She opened that plus money apparently. I wasn't paying attention. Nobody's really paying attention except for those, extremely dirtbag degenerates who are looking for always the plus money. So if you jumped on that, hey man, congratulations. I still think she's playable all the way up to probably minus 150.
I agree.
I really do think she has the edge here. I think the fight's going to be kind of close. I think her striking is also underrated. Not that she'll be competitive with Aldrich if she stays on the feet. But I like De La Rosa here. What about you?
I agree. I think just to add on to all your points, Montana has some pop on the feet. She can crack a little bit. She's not like a knockout artist, but she can get your respect. So outside of her slick jiu-jitsu and everything that you mentioned with the wrestling and the size, yeah, JJ beat that last girl in Singapore, but that girl doesn't belong in the UFC. We made some money on that one, if I'm correct.
On Naliang.
Yeah, actually, no, we didn't. We took a shot on Naliang.
No, yeah, first round.
Because she's a beast in the first round, but
yeah.
JJ actually got her first stoppage in the UFC, and I think she's riding that hype train, but I don't think this is a step up in competition. JJ borderline doesn't belong in the UFC either. She's a scrapper,
I don't know if she doesn't belong. I've been kind of like underrating her. I think she's actually better than I thought. But that being said,
after you seen her take down Blanchfield,
I mean,
it changed your thoughts and everything.
Yeah, I mean, dude, she looked pretty good against Blanchfield till she got caught.
Yeah.
But then, of course she got caught. That's an L. An L's an L. No matter if you lose by an inch or a mile.
Winning's winning.
Winning's winning.
Yeah.
I don't know who said that, but he's the man.
But Diesel is not the man. but that quote is valid.
And also, since I'm on the Montana side, before I forget, once these props open, depending on what the sub looks like, I might sprinkle a little bit on sub.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely probably going to play the money line for Rosa because it's nice and small. Where is it? Like minus 130 right now?
Minus 130.
Yeah, that's probably like exactly where I want to play it right now. So probably right after this podcast, I'm dropping some. Yeah. I'm not going to drop a hammer on it, but Yeah,
and I think the sub is valid because the under, I think, is at plus money. So if the under's at plus money, that means they're expecting this fight to go to distance, which it most likely will, but Montana does have a slick game off her back. So I don't see there's value in playing her by sub.
Yeah.
But I think she's going to win by decision. And yeah, she's going to be a bet too. I'm just going to play her straight at minus 130 as well. I will also be making that bet with you. So, but on to the next one.
All right. Next fight we got here on the prelims. We got Nate Maness making his second, I guess I was going to say making his debut, but it's his second fight at flyweight. Going one-on-one with Mateus. I think it's pronounced Mendoza, even though it says Mendonça. I think it's pronounced Mendoza. Mateus Mendoza, who's making his debut at flyweight. Mayhem, Nate Maness, 14-3, out of Kentucky, 32 years old. Bocao, Mateus, 10-1, fighting out of Sao Paulo, 24 years old. This is I don't know. Have you seen Nate Maness actually try to make this weight?
No, he's big too.
He is extremely big for this division. I don't think he should be fighting at this division.
Probably won't make the weight.
I mean, he made the weight last fight, but man, he looked rough.
He looked rough.
Like Night of the Living Dead rough. He looked bad.
Bad.
I think he probably should, if anything, he should probably move up to 145. Because I think if I read this correctly, I think one of his problems was that he was having a problem with, even though the only guy he lost to at 135 was Usman.
Yeah, there's no shame in that.
Yeah, I mean,
Usman's world class.
I don't think you throw in the towel at 135, but if speed and if that's a problem for you, I don't think moving down is probably the right thing, to be honest.
Speed kills, man.
And they only get faster the lower you get, you know what I'm saying? So, I think Nate. I don't like Nate. I don't like the Nate side. I think I like the Mateus side here. Nate's hittable. I mean, his last two losses, you just write those off. But I was watching his other fight with Tony Gravely where he got rinsed by Gravely. I mean, he was able to re-rinse that man in the second round, but and I don't know, I just think he's hittable. I think his takedown defense is okay. He's a little bit on the lower volume side. He's super big. He kind of knows how to use his length, but I don't know how to feel about him. Mateus, explosive, hits hard. I think his Contender Series matchup was kind of a mismatch, but then his debut against Fareed, probably another mismatch, but in the other way. That was at 135, but he kind of held his own, and I think him in that loss was more impressive than anything I've seen in Nate's wins. And I kind of like this guy's upside. And, he's coming out of that shooter box. So, he's got the colorful hair. He's probably drinking that special Brazilian water down there. He's going to come in jacked and loaded and to the gills. You know what I'm saying? Give me some Mateus here. I like Mateus. Probably, you know what I like even better maybe? This fight probably doesn't go.
Yes, I agree.
That's probably the way to play this.
Yeah, because Mateus is a minus 258. His line is unbettable.
But as a pure pick,
Mateus.
I like Mateus. Don't know how I'm going to bet this fight, though. What about you?
I agree. I agree with you. I think Mateus is the bigger puncher. And to trust Nate with that chin after he's depleting that much weight, big red flag, man.
I can see body shots taking him out.
Body shots,
because
dude.
Mateus claps.
He hits them hard. That whole shooter box gym, they're killers.
Yeah.
Whatever they're drinking down there, there's something in the water of Brazil. It turns their hair blonde, and they fucking all of a sudden develop like special powers. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I think, Mendonça. I think he gets it done.
I think it's Mendoza, but the way it looks like Mendonça to me. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I don't know because
I guess I'm just calling him Mateus.
Yeah, Mateus.
Let's call him Mateus.
Yeah, we'll go with Mateus. Eminem here. Mateus Manono. Mateus inside the distance. But I don't know if I want to play that. I do like violence in this fight though. For whatever reason. I do like, not even for whatever reason, just because of there's a lot of factors here. Plus, we'll see if this fight's even going to be sanctioned if Nate doesn't make weight.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think Nate, he's a little chinny. Mateus, he's one of those guys that kind of gasses out, but if he makes it to the end of the round, he comes back a little recharged. It's kind of like Baby Romero, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just doesn't know how to pace himself correctly.
He's learning.
But he comes out like a bat out of hell, and I'm saying he's strong. He hits hard. I like him.
Agreed.
All right, next fight we got in the prelims here. We got Kanako, Murata going one-on-one with Vanessa, Demopoulos. Murata, 12-2, fighting out of Tokyo, Japan, 30 years old, going one-on-one with the little monster, Demopoulos, 9-5. Hailing from Greece, fighting out of Denver, Colorado, 35 years old. This is one of those fights where I like Vanessa Demopoulos as a person. She's cool. You know, she's got a nice personality. You know, she's very bubbly. I don't know if she wins this fight. Okay. Let me start off by saying I think Murata's been off for a while, but she's coming back from some crazy injury where she ended up like fighting with a broken arm or something like that. She's about like it's been about 2 years since she's last fought.
Right.
I think she has the grappling edge. Not the grappling, the wrestling edge. This is I mean, I don't know. I go back and forth with this fight because Demopoulos is actually, she's small for this division, and she's going to be the bigger person.
Yeah.
Murata is small, but she's built like a tank. I want to say Murata is going to be able to take her down, but then that kind of plays into the wheelhouse a little bit of what Demopoulos kind of wants. Because Demopoulos, like, there's one thing she likes to do, and it's throw up like crazy subs. I'm going to pick Murata to win. And I think if she does win, it's probably by decision.
Agreed.
But
Might hedge here on Demopoulos by the sub.
I might, if depending on what those props look like when they drop, I might drop a little bit of some Demopoulos sub. I might.
I agree.
You know, Lil Monster, she a little savage, man. And, you know.
And she's a strong girl.
Yeah.
Because she used to be, for those who don't know, she used to be a stripper. And she has like crazy core strength. She's very, very, very strong. So I agree with you. I think, but she's a plus 280. So what is her submission prop going to be? It's going to be juiced.
Who knows? And I think, to be honest, I think she's got the slight edge in grappling, at least when it comes to volume, because Murata don't throw that much. Murata, she wants this fight on the ground. That's the game plan for her.
And she's been off for 2.5 years.
Yeah. So who knows how she's going to come out? Demopoulos is very aggressive.
Yep.
And I like betting Demopoulos, especially at plus money. And this probably seems about like the right kind of matchup that she could win.
Good matchmaking by the UFC.
But like I said, I think I'll give Murata the edge. I think she's going to be my unofficial pick to win. But like, you know, again, those sub props, if they drop and they looking a little decent, you know.
Agreed.
All right, next fight we have here, we got Johnny Munoz Jr. fighting Aoriqileng. Kid Cabino, I think that's to say his name. Johnny Munoz, 12-3. Norco, California, 30 years old. The Mongolian murderer, Aoriqileng, 24-11. Coming out of China, hailing from China, 30 years old. I'm leaning Aoriqileng here. I thought Johnny was okay. He's kind of like, I think his striking's like, I guess serviceable. It's not bad. It's just not good. His wrestling is solid. His grappling is better. But man, he is hittable as hell. And Aoriqileng's been training with them Fight Ready boys. He hits like a hammer.
His name is the Mongolian murderer, guys.
His name is the fucking Mongolian murderer. He murders Mongolians.
Oh, no.
I think. No, I think he's just from Mongolia. And he's just a murderer.
Police! Help!
That's what people are going to be screaming when Mongolian murder rode through. I like Aoriqileng here. I just think that he's going to be able to stop Johnny's takedowns. That's where Johnny kind of wants this fight to be or play out more or less. And I think, I don't know, I could just, there's not a scenario where I see Aoriqileng just not flatlining Johnny Munoz, in my opinion. I don't know. I like Aoriqileng here. Don't know how I'm going to play the fight, but as a pure pick, Aoriqileng. What about you?
It's a pick 'em. And here's what I will say. I like Aoriqileng as well because, and he has a 50% takedown defense, Aoriqileng. But this is why watching footage is good. He did a good job against Cody Durden and the other guys after Cody Durden that were actually trying to wrestle him and take him down. The only thing that's a little alarming is that he lost to that bum-ass dude, Zahabi, for Ross's brother.
How did he lose that fight again?
He got knocked out.
I mean, I don't know.
Feroz's brother's a little underrated with the striking, I guess. I mean, that guy fights. I'm gonna use my analogy again. Every 28 years on the 28th summer of the 28th spring, he comes out to feast,
So every once in a while, that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, more than once in a while. Every fucking decade. He comes out and he got knocked out by him. But at this level, I think this is a step down for him relative to Sahabi's skill set. I like Aoriqileng here as well, especially at this money. Don't know if I'm going to bet it, but the lean is definitely Aoriqileng. And it's just because Johnny Munoz is extremely hittable, as you said, and his entries aren't exactly the sexiest. So Aoriqileng, don't know how I'm going to bet it.
All right, next fight we got on the card here, and it looks like this might be the main event for the prelims. We got Karolina Kowalkiewicz going one-on-one with Diana Belbiţă. Diana Belbiţă. Kowalkiewicz, 15-7, fighting out of Poland, 37 years old. The Princess Warrior, Belbiţă, 15-7 as well, fighting out of Romania, 27 years old. When I first seen this fight on paper, I kind of, I'm not the biggest Kowalkiewicz fan. I'm just going to be honest. I'll throw it out there. I've been looking to bet against her. I bet Demopoulos against her last time. Took the L there.
Slam dunk that one.
Yeah,
I caught that.
You got that one. I've been trying to fade this girl. I want to find a way to bet Belbiţă here, but I just, just looking deeper into it. I mean, she's got the height and reach advantage by a mile. She's aggressive. Don't know. She's going to have the volume edge. Don't know if I don't think she's the better striker, though. And
Terrible takedown defense.
Yeah, as much as I don't want to admit it, I don't know how she's going to be able to deal with Kowalkiewicz's takedowns. That's something where she's recently implemented it as when she came back. She's been having a lot of success with it. This is a good test for Belbiţă because if Belbiţă don't really beat her, I mean, where does she go? Kowalkiewicz, she wins. This being 4 in a row. She moves up, starts fighting actually legit people. Not that the Belbiţă isn't legit, but
she's not like a contender.
Yeah.
She's not top 15 yet.
And it sucks because, I don't feel comfortable betting a 37-year-old to win against a 27-year-old. But, I don't know even know I'm going to bet it. I'm assuming this line is pretty close as well, right?
Minus 166 for Kowalkiewicz.
Yeah.
Plus 140 for Belbiţă.
That sounds about right. I'm going to lean Kowalkiewicz for the win here. For a bet, I don't know how I'm going to bet this fight. Gut feeling, it probably goes to decision.
I like the overs here. If you can parlay that. And if you're going to pick Kowalkiewicz, I think you pick her by decision. If you're going to pick Belbiţă, I think you pick her by decision. I don't think either one of these girls is going to stop each other. So, I think I'm with you here. I like Kowalkiewicz as the lean. Don't know how I'm going to bet it, man. Kowalkiewicz might get a bet, but I'm not confident about that. I want to watch a little more footage on Belbiţă. I want to see how she deals with getting taken down. But her takedown defense is horrid, man. And her kickboxing skills from her kickboxing background haven't really translated to the MMA. It's not there. And maybe because she's pulling her punches a bit or whatever because of the striking. But striking, MMA striking is just different from kickboxing striking. It just is because of the threat of the takedown and giving up your back. So, yeah, I like Karolina here. Don't know how I'm going to bet it.
All right, to kick off the main card, we got Bill Algeo, Senor Perfecto.
Oh, no.
I know.
You absolutely suck.
Going one-on-one with Alexander, the Great Ape, Hernandez.
Relax.
Relax indeed. Bill Algeo, 17-7, fighting out of Pennsylvania, 34 years old. Hernandez, 14-6, fighting out of San Antonio, Texas, 31 years old. I think I'm leaning Hernandez here. I mean, if you put both these guys together on their best days, I think, to be honest, I just think Hernandez is probably the better fighter. People keep comparing Algeo to like a poor man's Billy Q.
I don't see it.
I don't see they. First of all, I just think they fight completely different. I mean, they're just like, maybe body type wise, they're kind of similar, but I mean, Billy Q's a builder. Like, he'll lose the first round, but he gets better as the fight goes. Algeo, not so much. Algeo, easy to take down. He's probably a little more crafty off his back than Billy Q is. But I don't know. I think Bill Algeo's a little mid, And I mean, Alex, he's been a little mid himself. I mean, I feel like both these guys are like habitual line steppers. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll beat guys they probably should beat, but then lose to guys they probably shouldn't lose to. It's weird. It's like when you expect these guys to win, they'll let you down.
But
Because I predict these things.
And when you predict them to lose, sometimes they just come through with an upset. It's like these guys both of them are kind of hard to read, but I think I just gotta lean with the guy who I think is more talented in general. I like Hernandez here. Give me the great ape. Don't know how I'm gonna play it, but that's the side I'm on right now. What about you?
yeah, I want nothing to do with this fight bet wise until after the first round. That's how I think this is a good live bet play. I like Bill Algeo at plus money, and I don't like Alex Hernandez past the first round. So for me, I'm gonna see how the first round looks. If I'm gonna lean Bill Algeo. I'm gonna lean Bill Algeo because I don't trust Alex Hernandez's gas tank. I just don't. I think it's shit. I think it's horrid. Very good chance Alex Hernandez puts some beats on this boy in the first round. And then Algeo slowly builds in the second and third round, possibly gets a stoppage, probably gets a decision because it's weird to bet Alex because Alex is a good hammer. He's not a good nail. Once he starts getting hit, he just looks for the fucking door, man. And that's why I'm a little skeptical, but that's why I like the live bet spot here. I don't want to pick Algeo to finish. I don't want to pick Algeo by decision. I don't trust even Hernandez at dog money. I trust that this fight will probably get out the first round. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. I don't bet it. But I trust that it will get out the first round. And we'll see how Alex looks. If Alex looks gassed, I will be tweeting out, hey, guys, and putting on Instagram, hey, guys, live bet on Algeo coming in. And the thing is, I don't like the Billy Q comparison either because Billy Q makes you work. And I told you that fight was going to go too. I got Billy Q. Remember when they fought him? The odds didn't even drop that much because people knew. But I still got Billy Q at dog money when he fought Hernandez. And he got pummeled in the first round. He came back and stopped him in the second because Alex just blew his load. So I like Algeo here. Don't know how I'm going to bet it, but I do like Algeo at dog money. I don't like him at minus money in this fight. So we'll most likely be live betting this fight.
All right, next fight we got here on the main card. Light heavyweight. Philipe Lins. Monstro. Going one-on-one with Ian the Hulk Cutelaba. Lins, 17-5, hailing from Brazil, fighting out of Brazil, 38 years old. Ian Cutelaba, 17-9-1, fighting out of Moldova, 29 years old. Damn, I didn't realize the age gap was that crazy. Shit, that makes me kind of think some different things.
I don't, because it's still light heavyweight. You age slower.
I mean, I feel like that's more true in heavyweight, but I don't think you're wrong.
No.
Lins, ever since he's been training in the U.S.,
Belbiţă sure won the belt the other day.
he's had a physique transformation, and my man has been on a roll. I mean, be it he's been washing bums. OSP's a bum. Praknial's a bum. Grisham, not a bum, but lower end. But he's been looking pretty good in those fights, Cutelaba, 29 years old. I feel like he's been fighting forever in the UFC.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Lins has got like more
ways to win.
Upside, or I don't know.
No, let me not say ways to win.
I feel like he's got, I don't know if potential is the right word or whatever, but I feel like there's more, like I feel like he's still like developing, right? where I feel like Cutelaba, you kind of know what he is.
Finished product. Yep.
But like if you would have brought this fight to me like 3 years ago,
I lean Coots.
This is the kind of guy that Coot just lays out. And I still think there's a possibility Coot just lays him out because Coot's crazy. Cutelaba, he's the Hulk for a reason, but he's got hammers. Pause. I mean, I think I'm gonna lean. I don't know who I want to lean on this fight.
I know who I want to lean.
I think I want to lean Lins, but I'm not confident in that at all. I think I'm leaning Lins here for the win. If he's the dog, I guess I gotta play him.
Plus 124.
Yeah. If he gets out of the first round, I think he's definitely got the better shot. Cutelaba, after the first round, doesn't really win too much.
No.
Yeah, fuck it. I got Limbs here. What about you?
I'm with Limbs as well. As live dog, baby. I want to hear that. I want to hear them dogs barking. But I like Limbs here, and I like Limbs because I feel like Cutelaba is exactly what you said. I think he's a finished product. He makes bad fucking fight decisions. He has a good grappling background. Doesn't really fucking use it though. He's a Zambo champion. Doesn't really use his grappling. So I could see that path to victory. But Lins is a black belt. Lins does have an understanding of control. Used to fight at heavyweight, so I think he's used to naturally stronger guys. And quite frankly, I just trust him to make better fight decisions. He knows when to be in. He knows when to be out. He knows how to he throws more volume. He knows when to hold against the cage. And I think this is a prop fight because I think the UFC kind of knows what they got with Cutelaba. He's kind of a gatekeeper, and they're kind of expecting Lins to kind of blow the doors off this guy, in my opinion.
I mean, but at 38 years old, you think?
Yeah,
so?
Like I said, I don't know if it's like a gate. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's a build-up fight, but I think this is a fight that they can both win. I'm just going to trust the guy that makes better decisions. And that's Lins. I don't think he's like what he did to Max Grishin. Max Grishin didn't win that fight because he's low volume. But he did do some good things in that fight. Held him against the cage, put some hands on him, feinted the wrestling. And if he makes Cutelaba work, Cutelaba is going to be huffing and puffing for air, man. He's going to listen, he's not going to have any cardio after the fucking weigh-in when he paints his face and yells in the dude's face. He's going to come to the fucking cage exhausted. Then he's going to go and get more exhausted after the first exchange, and then he's going to get finished. So I like Lins here. I might even put a play on Lins to stop him. But the thing is, Lins is not really a finisher. So I might just play the money line on him at plus 124. But I think he's most likely going to get my money because I just can't trust Coots. Coots makes too many bad decisions. Too many bad decisions. The only thing that's interesting about this fight is they're about the same size. But not really. Lins is definitely bigger than him. He's a wider man, so...
I mean, he used to fight a heavyweight.
He used to fight a heavyweight. So I got to lean the bigger guy. I got to lean the safer guy. I got to lean the fight IQ guy. And I got to lean the guy who I know is going to survive after the first round. And yeah, he might get hit by Coots, but he's been hit by heavyweights. So is it going to be something he hasn't felt before? I don't know. I'm going to lean dog money here, though, for sure.
All right, next fight we got here. And this is, I guess, kind of a showcase fight, but not really. We got Drew Dober going one-on-one with Ricky Glenn. Dober. Damn, Dober's been fighting for a while, huh? 26-12.
Yeah.
Denver, Colorado, 34 years old. Yeah, I thought Dober was younger. I guess because he just looks younger.
Yeah, he got
them baby features. You know what I'm saying?
He got the crimson chin, bro.
He got them young boy features.
He cracks walnuts with his chin.
Shit. He cracks walls with his chin. Fuck walnuts. Going one-on-one with Ricky Glenn. 22-7. 34 years old. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I think I like Dober here.
The line does too. Minus 455, bro. Which is crazy to me.
I'm not going to count Glenn completely out. I mean, I did try to bet him against Giagos, and that didn't turn out too hot for me. Giagos slept him. Dober.
He didn't even know how to lose. He didn't even know how to win correctly.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Glenn's an OG, man. Ricky's from the World Series of Fighting Days. You know what I'm saying? Like, he goes back. I think he was like their last lightweight champion.
It's crazy because he's only 34 years old, but he's had so many fights.
Dude, he's in there, man. He's a crafty veteran, and he gave the guy in the main event some trouble.
Yep.
And like 2-3 fights ago.
Yep.
And I'm not saying Glenn is completely out of it, but man, Dober would have to completely fumble the bag here, in my opinion, to really fuck this up. I think he knocks him out, and I think Dober is the side, but his money line is minus 400. I ain't touching that.
It might be worth a sprinkle on Rick Glenn because he does have a path to victory here because Drew's takedown defense is not like, if I'm correct, his takedown defense is not great, which is kind of crazy because he can fucking wrestle, so there is a path to victory here. He's definitely the lean. I just don't know how I'm going to bet this fight. But I agree with you. I just think he's going to get into one exchange and it's going to be a wrap. Like, Rick will entertain that, and Rick is like an old 34. Plus, are Rick's entries good enough to like even get in on Drew? I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird fight. I don't agree with the line. The line's a little fucking crazy, but that's why like I might have to just take a shot on Rick Glenn on principle, just because I think 350 is a little disrespectful to him. But like I said, we'll see. I'm by the way, I'm trying to find Drew Dober's takedown defense just to make sure I'm not talking shit.
I mean, listen, out of all the minus, there's a lot of minus 400s on this main card.
This one scares me the most.
This one probably has some potential for a little bit of an upset here. I mean, Drew Dober losing to Ricky Glenn doesn't even sound right, but it's possible. I am going to lean Drew Dober here for the win. I do not know how I'm going to bet it. But,
his takedown defense is 56%.
I mean, but who's really taking him down though, right? I mean, I know he's fought Islam, right?
Yeah, but if you've had how many fights in the UFC and you have 56, it's not just Makhachev.
I mean, it depends on who else attempts to take him down too,
Yeah, let me check.
It just depends. It depends.
I think Ricky Glenn is skilled enough to like present problems. Matt Frevola knocked him out. Bobby Green still with him. Rafael Alves still with him. McKinney still with him. Brad Riddell beat him. Makhachev took him down.
Damn, I don't remember. I think Matt Frevola also mixed in some wrestling in there too.
I think you're right. Dariush subbed him. Yeah, it's killers. OAM. Marcier rear naked choked him.
The God. Canadian God.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
It just depends. I don't know.
He lost to Will Brooks.
If Ricky comes in with his wrestling shoes, he has a chance.
Yeah.
He's just got to be careful and protect that chin because I don't think
he can take a shot.
He's a little shop worn.
He's very shop worn. But all I'm saying is I think there's a path to victory here for Rick. So I don't want to. We'll see how I'm going to bet it.
Yeah.
We'll see how I'm going to bet it. But Drew Dober's definitely lean.
All right, now we're here at the featured bout, and we got Alex Morono one-on-one with Joaquin Buckley, the Great White, 23-8, Houston, Texas, 33 years old. Mendonça, Buckley, 16-6, St. Louis, Missouri, 29 years old. This fight's going to be a banger. Morono's going to bring the volume. Morono's like one of those guys that you kind of like love to bet at dog money because like he's going to bring it. He likes stepping in last minute and just like, just bringing wars. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. I think Buckley's probably the right side here. I think Buckley is the favorite, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Buckley is the favorite, minus 170.
I think Buckley's probably the right side. He's not as high volume as Morono, but what he does have, what he lacks in volume, he brings plentiful in his like agility, his speed. I think he's got the speed advantage, his athleticism, his just quickness, his elusiveness. He hits hard. Both these guys hit hard. Maybe inside the distance is probably one of those things you look at. The under's probably going to hit in this fight. I like Joaquin here, though. I think Joaquin is going to be a little too quick for Morono. And I think he probably finds his chin. I'm gonna lean finish. I'm going to lean finish for Buckley here. What about you?
I don't know which way I want to lean. I think I would have to say Buckley, just because Morono is always seems to be into the fight until he's not. You know, he has underrated kicking, underrated this and that, but Buckley's a house, man, at this weight class. He's very strong. His last fight completely bullied the opponent. I like Buckley here, especially at minus. It was a minus 180. It was at 185. I'd be a little skeptical, but minus at 170, the weight class, and at minus 170, I don't think he's a bad play. Probably by knockout too. Like Buckley's so explosive, and yeah, I mean,
and I like Buckley at 172, man. Like this 170 move has been pretty good for him.
I agree. And Morono, listen, he beat Tim Means his last fight. Lost to Ponzinibbio because he got caught with an overhand right after he was winning, but he took that fight on short notice.
I thought he beat Pons. Oh no, that's
got knocked
right.
out. Yeah,
right. He knocked down Pons twice, then Pons knocked him out.
Yeah,
I got it reversed in my head. I got goldfish memory, man.
No, 100%. What is it? He beat Smellersberger via decision.
Yeah.
Mickey Gall decision. Donald Cerrone knocked him out. Anthony Pettis, he lost to Anthony Pettis. Like, it's weird with him. I don't know what it is. Like, it's crazy because Morono's not like a guy that's going to, like, you know, like you're not excited to see Alex Morono fight, which is terrible to say.
I feel like, no, I don't know. I get excited when he fights. He just like, his personality is just a little, you know.
Yeah. He doesn't wow you at anything there either. He's not like a phenomenal grappler. He's not a phenomenal striker.
I don't know. I disagree there, man. I don't know. I think he's pretty good.
He's all right. Who the fuck is he beating? He's beating like some guys.
It's not about who he's beating, man. It's about
the skill.
Him bringing it. You know
I'm not
that dog.
100%. That I'll say.
He's got that white. He's got that great white.
That I'll say. He has that dog in him, but like,
shark.
Does he wow you? Are you wowed by Alex Morono?
I am.
He's got skill, but he doesn't fucking wow me. You know? Like, I'm not like, wow. Like, no. I mean, listen, you're picking Joaquin.
I mean, I am picking Joaquin.
You know, so don't look at me like that.
No, but I just think Joaquin is, you know,
Morono's got the better skills.
He's gonna have the quicker hands.
Morono's got the better skills. He does.
I mean, he's got probably the better jiu-jitsu.
Sure.
You know?
Better wrestler too.
Maybe.
Joaquin gets taken down easy. He just knows how to pop back up.
Joaquin's kind of a beast, bro. This fight is good.
It's a great fight.
You're disrespecting right now.
Listen, I don't know why this fight's the feature fight, but
because they're featuring Buckley, my man.
Yeah, I don't know.
The buck stops here.
Well, yeah, well, I'm gonna lean Buckley, but I don't know how I'm gonna bet it.
All right, now we're here at the co-main event. B. Joe Pyfer. Body bags.
Great name.
Going one-on-one with Abdul Razak Alhassan. I think I pronounced that right.
I think you're right.
Judo Thunder. That's his nickname. Even though he really don't display any kind of judo, he got that thunder though. 12-5. Fighting out of Arlington, Texas, hailing from Ghana, 38 years old, going one-on-one with Joe Body Bag Pyfer. Pennsylvania, 27 years old, 11-2 overall. I like Joe here.
Easy pick.
I'm not going to waste too much time. I mean, listen, I think the first round is going to be probably crazy. And I think that's Alhassan's best chance of winning this fight in the first round. Because if they exchange, I mean, he's got 12 knockouts, all of them in the first round. He can knock out anybody, even Joe. But I just think Joe, overall, better fighter. I think he's got the grappling edge. He's got the wrestling edge. He knows how to use his reach. I think his striking's a little more slick. Got that energy. I just like Joe here. I like Joe. Don't know how I'm going to bet Joe. Maybe the under 1.5, maybe.
I agree.
Because there's a good chance it gets into round 2. And if it gets into round 2, I mean...
It might go to the decision.
Maybe. Who knows? I like Joe here.
Yeah.
Don't know how I'm going to bet it. If there's even a bet here. Wait till props drop. Maybe we'll, dive into some of those. But I don't even know how he's going to finish the fight, to be honest.
Yeah, because he could display his grappling skills. He is working with Sean Brady and that Pennsylvania crew, that Philly crew, and he's done a ton of grappling matches on his off time. So he's a very active competitor. So I agree with you. I don't know how to bet this fight. because he's juiced, so his lines to knockout and inside the distance probably going to be juiced. But this fight could get the decision too. It just depends on how aggressive Alhassan is. And but Joe Pyfer is definitely the bet. He probably gets him out of there though. So he's the lean. Don't know how I'm going to bet it because we got to wait till this line drops to decide, with the juicing that he's got. But it is what it is.
All right, now we here at the main event. We got Grant Dawson, KGD, going one-on-one with the king, Bobby Green. Dawson, 21-1, fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, 29 years old. Bobby Green, 30-14-1, fighting out of Inland Empire, California, 37 years old. This is, again, like I mentioned earlier, kind of a weird main event. Grant Dawson, first 5-round fight, I think, right?
Yep. Showcase fight, in my opinion.
My opinion, probably a showcase fight. Grant, probably the side. I think he's probably the rifle side. He's kind of a one-dimensional fighter, but the one dimension he's good at, he's really good at. The wrestling.
Yep.
Bobby Green, good striker, could present problems. Underrated takedown defense. This is a good test for Dawson here. I'm gonna lean Dawson though. It could get a little scary. I think this line is probably a little too wide. I don't know if he should be minus what is he like minus 400? That's kind of nuts on a guy who can't strike
and a guy who's historically gassed
and has gassed in the past against Aoriqileng.
You rapping now?
Bars, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Bobby Green doesn't stand a chance at all because I think he has a very good chance in this fight. But I don't know how he's Grant Dawson, all he really needs to do is just secure 3 rounds in the bag.
Yep.
And Bobby Green,
not the biggest puncher.
He throws volume, but he tends to give up his back when he gets down. And if Dawson is like I said, he's got slick back takes.
Yeah, he's like Aljamain. If he gets your back, round's over.
Yeah, it's one of
those
gonna
hold you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning Grant Dawson here. I think Dawson's the pick. I'm just trying to find a way in my head where Bobby Green could possibly win this fight. But it's a 5-round fight too, so that could be either really good for Bobby Green if he gasses or really bad for Bobby Green if Dawson decides to pace himself and, just makes his life a living hell with just endless grappling.
Yeah.
So,
and the thing is, I will say I'm with you here. I don't know how I'm gonna bet this for a couple of reasons. One thing you did not mention is Grant Dawson does have good leg kicks.
Yes.
Those really good kicks. So I have to favor him because he does have that dimension mixed in with his grappling and his wrestling. This is probably one of the best wrestlers Bobby has faced. I just don't know if I'm gonna bet this fight. How I'm going to bet this fight, whether inside the distance, because he could get Bobby's back and just smash him with punches, and the referee steps in. He could get Bobby's back, hug him for 3 rounds, and hold him there. And here's the other thing. Bobby's only been submitted twice in his career. The last time he got submitted was in 2009, which is 14 years ago. And listen, I'm not saying Bobby's a world-class on the floor, but he is competent enough to deal with some of it. But Grant did get a better opponent in my mind, and Usmagulov's back for 3 rounds and held him and controlled him. God, I feel like you have to almost take a shot on Grant here inside the distance just because he has 5 rounds to operate.
Yeah.
He has 5 rounds to figure out how to stop him.
A lot of opportunity for Grant Dawson to figure out something.
If it was a 3-round fight, I'm going decision. There's no doubt in my mind I'm going decision Grant Dawson. But since it's a 5-round fight, I feel like you have to go inside the distance. But to be seen, Grant is very big for the weight class. I want to see how he looks on the scale. That's another reason why I'm picking Grant in this fight. We'll figure out how we're going to bet it. Just stay tuned in. I want to see everything, all the nuances, and I want to see how he's talking this week. Because if he's making it a point, like, I'm gonna stop this motherfucker, I'm gonna bet him for the stoppage. Because these fighters, when they're cutting weight like that, they tend to speak the truth a little bit more. And I want to see how he's talking, and if he wants to make an emphatic statement in this weight class, and then start fighting guys in the top 15. So give me Grant Dawson, and we'll figure out how we're gonna bet it as the time goes. And that's all, ladies and gentlemen. This is a wrap for episode 32 of the Access to Combat podcast. A nice and quick one. Got straight to the point. You guys already know the business. Like, follow, subscribe, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Ooh.
Everybody join the YouTube right now. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay up to date. Drop another comment, feed the algorithm. Help a brother out.
And for all of our audio listeners, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcast. My apologies for that stutter, ladies and gentlemen. I was thinking about Twitter and how we have to eventually change it to X, unfortunately. So we're going to work on that too, on the graphics, as well as how we announce this. And it's going to be weird. Facebook, X. Oh, Facebook, X.
X gonna give it to you.
It's like I'm caught like, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall. 2 weeks.
I feel like I'm just going to keep calling it Twitter.
Yeah, you know what? We might as well just be rebellious and do that.
I mean, I put the little symbol.
And just call it Twitter.
Just so people know. But, I'm just going to, it's Twitter, man. It's Twitter.
Yeah, it's Twitter.
It's Twitter.
Get ready for Threads, guys. We might be posting that soon, too.
Yeah, Threads coming soon, man, possibly.
Yeah. And by the way, we have as well this weekend, Bellator 300. Ton of fights there. Carmouche is fighting Elimele. Chris Cyborg is fighting Kat Zingano. And Brent Primus is fighting, what's homeboy's name?
They got like a quadruple main event thing, right? They got like 4 belts on the line.
Yeah, he's fighting Usman Nurmagomedov. All these lines are juiced, which is why we're not even going to cover it. We have to figure out how we're going to bet these fights.
Yeah, still need to look into some of these fights too, because
they're juiced.
Now how Bellator just like slapping shit together.
Yeah, and this might be the last event before PFL officially buys them out. So, we're going to give it some respect. We're going to let you guys know how we're going to bet it. And we will let you know if we're even going to bet it, because some of these lines are a little disrespectful. Some of these lines are justified, to be frank. But we'll figure it out. And especially as the props drop throughout the week, we'll definitely have more of an understanding of which direction we want to go. But until then, guys, episode 32 in the books. Love you guys. Please hit that subscribe button. We got a few. We want more, 100 by the end of the year. And love you guys. Love you guys. Free 99 everywhere. Free content, free bets, everything. We cannot make this any simpler for you guys. So please show us some love. Every subscription helps. Subscribe everywhere you can. Love you guys. Holla at ya. Later.